Hey, what's up, everybody? Before this podcast starts, I just want to make a little note. This is CD Styles. Y'all know me from Mean Mugger Stream and Twitch streams in general. I just want to jump in here before the podcast starts, let y'all know to exercise regularly, eat your vegetables, and make sure y'all ain't just sitting on y'all ass all day playing video games. And you go out there, make sure y'all do some work so y'all don't get cramps in your legs and some of the man titties. All right, now I'm gonna pass it over to my super best friend and my favorite person in the world, Saint Dementia, and let's jump into this podcast.
Alright, let's start.
Damn, I ain't like that clap, man.
Man, fuck you. You always don't like the clap. Suck a dick, kiss my ass. You can't get jiggy to this shit, so what?
Bloopers.
Fuck. God damn it. Hi, guys. Welcome to this fucking week's episode of Fuck You. I'm your host, Saint. Who the fuck else is here? Jay, say something.
What the fuck is up?
Flip, do a thing.
Hey, what's up?
Sam, say something.
Hi.
Noctis, do the go.
Hi.
There you go. It's nothing. There's nothing sacred podcast. We talk about whatever the fuck we want. I'm so upset. I'm so mad.
Tell them why you're mad.
Cause fucking all you motherfuckers can't just you can't just alright, let's record. No. I gotta go running. I gotta go running. I gotta do some exercise. Fucking Sam can't hold a bottle of water, fucking
Bro.
spilling shit. Take it out.
I didn't
fucking-
even drop
No,
it.
shut the fuck up. Take it off fucking parts of his keyboard. Oh man. Fuck Jay didn't do nothing. Jay just he need to wait. And then Flip, we were about everyone's here with I gotta go do something real quick.
Hey man, 30 seconds. I took
Y'all
30
terrible.
seconds.
Bro.
I hate all of you. No, hope everything bad in the world happens to all of you and only you, except for Jay. I have no problem with Jay. I'm just mad at everyone else.
Did
in
you
general.
just wish death on my keyboard?
No, I said bad things in the world. I need you to live so the bad things can happen to you. I don't want you to die. I want you to live and suffer
Oh, great.
so much. I hope you get pregnant, Sam.
Jesus
That's what I hope
Christ.
happens.
Oh my
I hope you
gosh.
get pregnant.
Huh? I don't
I hope
bottom,
you-
bro.
I don't care.
I don't bottom,
I hope,
bro.
I hope something just trickles from it. God damn it! Stop distracting me with these thoughts. I'm so upset. I didn't see that till right now. Oh God. Yeah. Welcome to Nothing Said. Damn.
Yeah, exactly, right? Who got the
Oh,
350?
This is a great start to the podcast. I
This
love
is a
it.
terrible spot. I can't even say what we just saw. What I just saw was amazing and terrifying all at
Why
the same
did you
time.
post that?
That woman looked possessed.
Look at
I
that
respect
fucking
that.
thumbnail, bro.
Y'all being problematic. I don't appreciate
Anyways.
Back to the podcast.
What?
Moving
Wes
on.
is gonna fucking listen to this and fucking attack us all the way from Matanui, her homeland. She's gonna fucking seek the fucking the Mubaka, whatever the fuck those things are called. You know the ones. Shout out to Bonicle. Rest in peace. So yeah, Nothing Sacred podcast. Talk about whatever the fuck we want. I guess we'll jump into it. So, Noctis, you sent me a story. About the game company Razer. You want to take this?
Bro, I'm not ready for it, but alright. So
I believe
anyway, bro, I got it. I gotta scroll up though.
Oh, you gotta scroll.
Yeah,
up,
I gotta
man.
scroll up
You
and read
didn't-
that title.
You didn't
bro.
read it beforehand, bro?
I did read it beforehand.
Then why
Up
do
off
you
my
need to
nuts,
scroll
bro.
up?
I got it. Anyway, so Razer they dropped this female streamer because she called men trash. She called them trash because, I don't know, they doxed her or something like that. And so she said the
you
men are
need-
trash in response, and they dropped their support of her. And this is,
Fascinating.
yeah,
Oh,
The
this,
streamer's name was.
Let me
The
fuck you.
streamer's name was Gabrielle. I don't know. how to
aren't
pronounce
you
it.
Hispanic? You can't say that.
Yeah. That's not his.
That's not Hispanic.
What is it?
Brazilian.
Portuguese.
Totally different
Hold
name.
on.
Portuguese?
Yeah, totally different.
It's
Yeah, bro, totally
Portuguese.
different.
What?
You fucking racist.
I don't
I
know.
thought Portuguese was language.
It's a
What?
language. It's an area. It's a people. God, y'all are dumb.
Portugal?
Jesus
Oh yeah,
Christ.
Portugal. But I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Y'all didn't know
Portuguese.
Brazil spoke Portuguese?
yeah, I know that
Gattuso.
Brazil speaks Portuguese. I just thought it was
This-
only
this
the
is why-
language. and
Gattuso,
shit.
what?
This is why. Oh, God,
Easy.
this is why your daddy don't love you. This is why your daddy don't
Jesus
love
Christ.
you. So her name was Gabrielle. I'm assuming it's Catuzo or Catuzozo.
Gabriela
Regards-
Gattuso.
She was a
Hey.
streamer on Facebook, and basically what happened was she posted a picture of her riding a bull, And she put something like fucking like ride in this chat or some shit like that, and some dude responded, "You can ride me, ha ha ha," and she responded. This was her quote: "There's always an asshole to say shit and sexualize women, even when the woman's making a joke, right? That's why men are trash." And she went on to say that non-shitty men are, quote, the exception. They're not the majority. That's a quote from her. She deleted that tweet. People got upset. They got mad, and so apparently there's the Brazilian equivalent of 4chan called DEGenerates.
Hey.
It's a terrible name. That's a garbage ass name. That's fucking garbage. Yeah, she was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry," but everyone was like, "No, fire her though." And Razer made a statement on Twitter where they basically said, Razer Brazil reinforces that the opinion of its influencers does not reflect necessarily the opinion of the business, which is totally against any type of discrimination, be it of sex, religion, political party, or whatever type of intolerance and extremism. We have been since the beginning as gamers rise up, confronted with all types of preconceptions and stereotypes, and we will continue to fight so this type of situation won't repeat itself.
Wait.
And they say that they fired her, but if you actually look into it, they didn't fire her. Her contract expired next week, and they just aren't gonna renew it. So it kind of, to me, this seems more like they didn't want to fucking deal. They didn't want to renew the contract, and they used it as a scapegoat. Because honestly, if you read about the tweet and then what she said, even though it's kind of shitty to fucking lump in all men as a shitty, it's not that big a deal what she wrote.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
it's
say,
kind of fucking.
I don't think it's that
kind of
bad.
lame. That's why they got rid of her.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Like,
I mean, she's not like okay. Did y'all know who Zombie Unicorn is?
no.
Yes, sir.
No.
Zombie
heard the name.
Unicorn is a Twitch streamer, and the thing she used to play video games. Apparently now the thing she does body paint on Twitch, which is like this big thing blowing up. Last week at E3, she was basically calling out E3 booths that still use booth babes and saying that it was demeaning to women and sexist. And when people were like, "Yo, so like, fuck those women, right? They have no agency. Fuck them and them having jobs." And she was like, well, no, they shouldn't have to work like this, blah, 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 that. And when everyone was calling her out on being fucking, basically a fucking sexist for assuming these women didn't want to be there, and also doing that shit where it's like, women policing other women's bodies and telling them that they're not doing feminism right, she was like, "Oh, no, fuck you guys, you don't understand, this." That I consider to be way more of a shitty person, way more of a problem than what this fucking Facebook streamer said about men being shitty on a bad day when someone was fucking making a comment to her riding a bull. So it's like, I don't know why she got. I mean, again, I think honestly, if we looked into it, I guarantee it was like she probably isn't that popular. Maybe her popularity is waning, and so Razor was like, you're not worth the money. And this was just a wrong place at the wrong time, and they used it like, fuck it, get rid of her. It's perfect time. We're gonna renew that bitch's contract.
So this is a bit off topic, but
Thanks, Sam.
like, no, I mean it relates to the topic, but like, Razor's out here sponsoring Facebook streamers.
I'm assuming in Brazil, maybe Facebook streamers are a lot bigger than they are in the States.
Yeah.
What?
Well, Facebook streamers make a lot of money. Like,
I believe
What?
that.
Dame
Yeah,
Drops, that
Facebook
food
has a
streamer.
gaming
Well,
scene.
not
Who?
food streamer, but food YouTuber. He like
the f-
puts his videos on Facebook, and they do way better on Facebook.
Huh.
But Facebook's also still like the largest social media net.
Yeah, old people are on there. I guess
Yeah, that's
foreign people
true.
are too.
Yeah, not everybody has access to Twitch like that, Sam.
How about
Yeah.
YouTube? They got access to YouTube.
YouTube
Sam
is
showing
whack,
white
bro.
privilege again.
YouTube
So
is
is
like
Facebook.
segregated.
Facebook's whack
Look.
too.
Yeah, but you can still make
Is
that
it
nice
though?
cash money on it.
Look at us disregarding the story forces.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that fucking Facebook has actually better payout for ads than Twitch does for the stream.
I just didn't know like
I wouldn't be surprised.
Facebook was out here. Facebook streamers out here getting sponsored by things like Razer. I just didn't know. I know that was.
Yeah,
I
go
thought that
stream on
Razer
Facebook,
was some
Sam.
like world-renowned company.
I mean, they're pretty big. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Razer
They're
is.
alright.
They're not like they're not like an Nvidia or some shit.
Yeah, but
pretty
they're
up.
yeah,
like
they're big. But
well
they're not gonna
known.
be like, oh,
They're
man,
notable.
Like, oh, Facebook streamers, we can't support them. Like, no,
Money
they're
is
gonna
money,
put their
bro.
hands in any market.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. Since you showed me the story, Noctis, what is your whole take on the situation?
I think it sets a dangerous precedent if more stuff like
actually
this
surprised.
happens, bro.
I'm surprised. I figured you'd be like, yeah, fuck that chick.
Nah, bro. Because if stuff like that happens, it goes both ways, and we already know that it's like if someone said women are trash, they'd instantly be deplatformed.
I
But
agree.
if it goes
Yeah,
this way too, then that means that everybody gets it. And
Yup,
like you
that's
can't
why-
say anything.
Yeah, that's been a big problem on YouTube with like I don't know if y'all follow that shit that happened with Steven Crowder and that dude from Vox. I don't remember his
No.
name.
Carlos
ba-
Maza, something like that.
There you go, Carlos
Mhm.
Maza. I think you got it exactly right.
Ah,
Carlos
teammates.
Maza is this guy. He's a Vox commentator, and this also relates to a story with just basically people being canceled and shit like that. And Steven Crowder is a YouTube guy. Do y'all know who Steven Crowder is?
No.
I know Noctis probably knows.
Of course I do.
Hell no.
Steven Crowder is a, I guess, Republican or right-wing political commentator. I don't really like him. I find him boring. I find him not really funny. It's like that humor that Noctis tries to do, but even Noctis isn't as blatant and just fucking try hard with it, which is surprising.
Thanks.
Steven Crowder, he's just Steven
Point him out,
Crowder
Saint.
is-
Point him out.
Steven Crowder, Noctis don't care. Steven Crowder is the equivalent of like that kid who used to walk up to the other kid and be like, "Lol, you're gay." Ha 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 ha. And it's like the funniest thing.
Oh,
to him.
but like unironically.
Unironically.
Okay, gotcha.
Calling someone gay is the funniest thing to Steven Crowder. Which I mean, yo, go for it. I don't like. You shouldn't be censored, but it's like I'm not. I don't find that entertaining. He's like he's basically like a right wing Bill Maher, who I also find fucking boring as hell. And basically, he had a lot of videos where he made fun of that with the what's his name again, Noctis?
Carlos Maza.
Carlos Maza guy on Vox, and he called him stuff like
Gay
lesbian
wonk.
queer, yeah, gay wonk, lispy queer, Hispanic, Hispanic twink, shit like that. And Carlos Maza was like, "This is harassment, blah 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 blah." It really wasn't. You could say it was bullying. Like, I mean, I guess if you want to say a grown man bullied you, I mean that's your prerogative. But it wasn't harassment, and basically, people were like, "Yo, I get what you're going," but because he was basically on Twitter bitching to at YouTube. Everyone was like, "We just got through with this fucking adpocalypse shit. Why are you trying to start this again? Jesus fucking Christ, stop!" And his whole thing was, Steven Crowder has a shirt that says "God hates figs," and it has a picture of like the fruit fig on it.
No,
And it's
bro,
a-
you got it wrong. It's the
What's that?
social.
Go for
It's
it.
the socialism shirt. The socialism
Oh yeah,
is
socialism
for
is for figs.
figs.
Yeah.
Figs.
Figs, yeah, and it's a picture of the fruit fig. And of course, it's yeah, we all get it. We all know what it's trying to say. But it doesn't say that. It technically does not say that.
No, doesn't he have
And
one
so-
that has like Che Guevara on it with his
That's-
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
one.
one.
That's
the
the one.
socialism one.
And he was basically like trying to get Twitter to ban Steven Crowder and also and more importantly, take ads off his video, if not ban him outright. And everyone was like, "Fucking stop! We get it. You're upset for whatever reason, but this isn't good for anybody. You're just making it worse for the community as a whole. And it's not harassment. You're just mad because he made fun of you. That's not harassment." And even YouTube, surprisingly, because I feel like YouTube kind of has a left-leaning bias, if I'm being honest.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. And even they were like, "Yo, this doesn't break any of our rules, but you have to remove that shirt." And I don't think, last I checked, Steven Crowder didn't actually get demonetized. He came close to it, but he didn't. And then, of course, because Twitter is Twitter, like, Carlos, what's up with all these fucking posts of you being mad about attractive gay dudes in porn? What's up? And he, of course, he went side. And then, of course, they started pulling out shit he said in the past because, Twitter, no one is innocent. Everyone is problematic. Eventually, if you go down the line, and they want to cancel everybody. And so this just relates back to what Nons was saying, where like this is just a dangerous slope when you start calling out people for the most inane shit. It just goes downhill. And I just think it's bad for internet as a whole, with censorship and with shit like that. But I don't know, Jay, what's your take on it?
Having dealt personally with like a lot of women who share the sentiment that men are trash, but not you though.
Oh yeah,
I definitely
So accurate.
isn't that the best?
no, cause there's just been many times where I'm just sitting minding my own business, working. Like I have a coworker who's always just like, men are such trash, trying to like get a response out of me, right? I'm just like, I'm just gonna ignore you, because I just know you're looking like to start some stuff. But like, there's generally people who feel that way, and I understand both sides. Where it's like, okay, there might have been shitty things that guys have done to warrant that behavior, but for every guy that's not doing that, what's their excuse? Like, you're looking for a reason to call them trash as well. Like, you're looking for them to slip up instead
Oh,
of.
it's so much fun too when your mom is the one saying it, and she's like, "Oh, but not my kids." It's like, "Oh God, why are you like this?"
And
Why are
that
you bringing
happens
this
to you,
up?"
bro? That's crazy.
Oh, my mom is. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. My mom has literally said before that like, what did she? How did she put it? She's like, "Oh man," she goes, "Fucking dudes ain't shit," and like, women, we outnumber men. If we wanted to, we could take over the world. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, yep, you got it, whatever. And I'm
Bro,
like,
you gotta
"Friends like
correct
you?"
those statistics, bro.
I don't care.
You
I'm
gotta
not saying
correct
shit.
it, bro.
Look, here's my thing. I don't fucking have the energy to argue with a grown-ass 40-something-year-old woman about this shit. And technically, I'm living in her house. So until I move out, she's right, and I don't give a fuck.
And this is
That's
my thing too. We already talked about how if we say whatever gets said, like inane or not, like you're getting targeted now. Like your platform's being like a risk for it. So like now someone's gonna take that story and probably use it like this and it's like, see, this is why men are trash, because they're probably thinking in their minds like, oh, Razor's probably ran by a bunch of like straight white guys, and now they have a reason to be mad at them.
Shit.
But that
We
attack.
saw it fucking recently with the fucking Democrat debate. Everyone's like, yo, did y'all see Bernie talking over Elizabeth Warren? And it's like, or whoever it was, and they were like, yo, but it was his turn to talk, and she was interrupting him. No, but he was talking over her, though.
Wait,
And I
what?
don't even like Bernie Sanders. And it's like, no, but he was talking over her, though. But it's like, but it was his turn. Nah, fucking Bernie bros, fucking misogynist assholes, terrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations where like you don't mean to talk over somebody because you think they're done with their thought, but I don't see why you need to attack them for like doing that. If they shut up and like let you finish, cool, but you know.
What's your take on this, Flip?
What, on the Brazilian thing or everything else you guys are talking about?
Well, honestly, this kind of devolved into censorship and shit like that and cancel culture in general, so how do you feel about that?
I don't care about any of that shit.
Man,
Great input.
Wait. I have something to say.
At
One thing
least
to
he's
mention
honest.
though, before
Go
we
for it, Noctis.
before we change topics or anything, about the Steven Crowder thing. One thing I didn't like though was that the people that were with Mazza, like they were saying that since Steven Crowder's jokes weren't funny, that they weren't jokes, so they were offensive. Which,
Oh, that's dumb.
sure, it
That's-
depends on how you take the joke, but you can't say that it's not a joke just because you don't find it funny.
Yeah, someone's gonna
totally
find it
agree.
funny somehow, believe it or not.
Like, it's still
It's like-
comedy, even if it's whack.
Yup. I mean, shit. These motherfuckers must have never seen Andy Kaufman. That was his whole thing. His entire bit was how these jokes were terrible, and that's why they were funny. 'Cause they were garbage. Fucking shit. Sometimes the worst joke is the best joke. But I mean, again, I still don't find Steven Crowder funny. I think he's more. I tried watching that series he had about like the I believe blank is blank or whatever the fuck. Debate me or change my mind.
Change My
Yeah,
Mind is
like-
the only good thing he has.
That thing's a
I
great
mean,
meme.
I enjoyed more the people he was talking to than him as a personality.
Is it
That's-
because you
almost like
agree with
Steven
his
Crowder is the
ideology, or
joke.
because he's just boring?
I just think he's boring. And maybe this is gonna get me in trouble. I have always considered myself a centrist, and I feel like
Oh,
people
so
have the
you
wrong
mean you're
idea.
a right-wing neo-Nazi? I get it.
No, it's even worse. I feel like people think that being a centrist means that these people over here are saying we should kill all the black people, and these people are over here are
Hey.
saying we shouldn't do that, and we're in the middle saying we should only kill half the black people. And it's like that's not what that means. Centrist just means like I'm pro-choice, but I'm pro-gun. You know, you take what you want from each side to make your whatever you consider your ideology. But no, for some reason people believe nowadays that being a centrist means you sit on the
Why do you have to
sidelines
be a
and, like,
centrist? Why can't you just be an individual?
well, because it's that just everyone. If you say that, people assume you're
No,
copying
you
out.
want facts though, because people want to label everything when they really
That
have no
too.
label for it.
Honestly, if we're being honest, that too. But yeah, I usually times I've been fucking. I got called a fucking race traitor because I said I'm a centrist. Like, oh, so you're okay with them fucking killing those kids in those camps in South Texas? I'm like, when the fuck did I say that? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's crazy, bro, because you do that to me.
Yeah, I do that to you because it's funny. I don't actually mean it.
I know, but that happens to me all the time. That happened to me my entire life, bro.
Yeah. But no, so why did I bring that up? Oh, so yeah, no. So Steven Crowder, I like some of his points I'm okay with, or I at least some of them I even agree with, but on a whole, I find him boring and try hard, like honestly. But yeah, so that's our whole take on that situation. Kind of a long one. Man,
Shit
am I
went from
recording?
Brazil girl to Steven Crowder. That's crazy.
Hey, bro. Honestly, it kind of just censorship in general. Before we jump into this next topic, I think Sam For those of y'all who don't know,
I'll do that at the
haven't
end, bro.
followed-
I'll do that at the
You
end.
want to do it at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be
That's
easier.
fine. with me. Never mind.
I don't
Talk
even
about
know
it at
what.
the end. Sam's coming out. He wants to
Yeah,
let us know.
totally coming out. Not already out, I promise. My stream title wasn't Kratos' daddy yesterday.
Oh, just walk around. Just walk around with his boyfriend, boy.
Boy.
That's
Boy.
crazy. We're giving Sam screen time after his biphobic comments.
Yeah,
Clap them cheeks, boy.
That's definitely what I said.
Speaking of clapping cheeks, y'all want to talk about how NBA 2K19 is clapping that entire community's cheeks?
I don't-
Been doing
Oh,
that.
Jay, you should take this. You're the blackest out of all of us.
Oh
That's not
my
true.
god.
I just mean that he has the best perspective.
Why? Because he's black, so he
No,
only plays
because-
sports games?
No, because I'm the most articulate and actually know how to like bring my thoughts out. Thank you.
Ew!
Oh, I
I
just meant that you're probably a layman to 2K.
I'm
He
actually
said you're
not.
gay. He
So-
said
You're
you're
not?
a lame
You play
man.
2K?
For the record, I hate all sports games, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe you, if you did play, you
But-
played it like casually.
To put it in perspective, imagine you're playing your own game, right? And then you have to watch an unskippable ad every time. So it could be one of your favorite games. Like, let's take God of War. Let's take Nier Automata. If you're forced to watch an ad before every act, it's going to get annoying and it adds up. YouTube's already doing the thing where they're doing double ads or doubling down on you, so you got to get double the ad block. But in the 2K...
So before you go further, let's actually say what we're talking about. NBA 2K19 now has unskippable ads before games. And it's not like a 10
Wait,
second
wait,
ad,
wait,
it's-
wait, wait. I gotta clarify this. No misinformation, bro. They are
Go for it.
unskippable, but you can toggle it off in the options.
Oh.
Yeah, but it doesn't start that way. It starts.
Yeah, I
off.
know. I just want to clarify. You gotta get those
And also,
facts
they
straight,
don't
bro.
tell you can do
You don't want a facts only, like, is the mic still on?
Yeah, but I don't care about being wrong.
There's a
You should, bro.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. Fuck that. Noctis,
That
that's
separates
fine.
us from the ignorant coons.
Oh
But
my.
not-
Now that's the
Yeah, you have to censor
Oh my
that.
god.
Well, wait, no. Noctis is black. I don't have to say that. He can say that. He's allowed to say that.
Not in that voice.
But yeah, no. So you pay $60 for this game, and then you you start it up, and it's like, yo, so fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee, fucking buy it, and you're like, why am I seeing this?
Yeah, another
Why
thing
not?
I have to clarify what you just said, bro. They were selling 2K19 for like what, like $5
$3
or so
$3.
recently,
$3.
something like that.
My friend texted me
$3.
literally like,
Yeah.
yo, get 2K19, it's only $3. I'm
Yeah,
like, no.
and that's
And you
that's
were like,
exactly
why would
what
I
they were
spend $3 on
doing.
that game?
They're putting in ads. They already have microtransactions, so they're sort of getting you to buy into the experience. So you buy more once you're in the game because you're like, well, I barely paid anything for this, so I'll just throw down like $20 here and there.
I fucking guess.
It's
but
basically
Jay, I
their way of
interrupted
making
you.
up
Go
the
ahead.
cost by putting ads in the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they make that money back, is with the ads.
Here's the thing, though. But when you're a game series that hasn't evolved in the past, however many versions of this game, what the fuck do you need ads for? What are they paying for?
They
This
haven't
is the
evolved since like what 14, 13 when they went next gen and they made the characters super sweaty.
Yeah.
Hey, that
So
Spike
that's the
Lee
thing, though.
story
But that
was
shit
crazy.
was going on in the 360 version. So it's like, yo, why? What is this paying for? Legit, what? What are you adding to this shit?
Nothing. They just want
That
more
roster
money.
update,
They
bro.
just want more money, bro.
Fuck off.
That nice roster update.
Fuck off with that.
Why would I
bullshit.
pay to see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant not be able to play?
You don't want to get
Roster
those
update.
updated haircuts too, bro?
Man, no, don't care. I don't. fucking
Doesn't,
care. That's why sport
Yeah,
games
ask
are-
Flip about Madden.
No, I refuse because they don't talk to me.
Doesn't Street Fighter do the same thing though?
Here's
No.
the thing. I was just about to bring that up.
Oh, you
So
mean the
fuck it.
ads or
Yeah, the
like?
ads.
Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
thought you
Street
meant like a
Fighter 5
roster update.
Has ads. Here's the thing though. At least unless I'm wrong and they've updated it.
They
as far
took
as I
it
know,
out. I
Street Fighter
think.
5 ads are just banner ads. They're not fucking.
Oh, so they're not like
unskippable videos.
okay.
They're like on the
Like
back
they're-
of your clothes. I think they show up in the
Gotcha.
stage too, and you have
Oh.
to toggle it on. I'm not sure if they're still in or not.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's a lot different then. I thought. Okay.
Still though, ads. Even if you like have the option, ads in the game that you paid full price for, or even if it was on sale, you still paid money for it.
But I
Like,
don't.
I
Flip,
paid
you st-
to not have ads in my game. If I buy a
Exactly.
mobile game and ads off, I'm expecting ads off.
Yeah, but does it really? Okay, well, I guess if it's like in this situation where it's like actual video ads, I get that, but with stuff like Street Fighter, does that actually bother you? Like,
Yeah.
For Street Fighter, me not personally, but
It depends. Like in normal like 2K, like they have like Gatorade ads and like different companies like in the background and stuff. But it's a simulation and it feels more real. That's why I was okay with it. Because it just sort of made sense. Because there's product placement all over actual like sports events.
Flip, you're one of those assholes that still plays sports games. How do you feel about this? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. First episode. We gotta wait because I'm watching the E3 Madden shit. Like, you don't know what the fuck it's gonna be.
You ruined that first pod, bro. That was you. I had to get ready. I was getting ready for work during the first episode.
I got CD in one ear. Hold on, bro. He's still watching the fucking E3 thing. And I got Flip. What? They're doing what? Oh, it's crazy, man. Man's crazy.
Look, man.
It's like who gives a fuck? Anyway, say what you want to say.
I don't really care about the ads, because, first off, the loading screen for PS3 or PS4, whatever console it's on now, it's like 40 seconds already. So, and a 30-second ad isn't gonna like be anything crazy for you. Like nobody paid attention to the ad or to the little TNT segment during the loading screen anyway. They just wanted to get into the game as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but where's Rachel Demita, bro?
Nowhere.
Where's she going, bro? I miss her. That nice 2K TV.
But it was just like, I don't really care about it. I mean, if you want to make up your money for selling it at a huge deficit, go for it. 30-second ad that I think Noctis or Jay said you can turn off in the options, whatever, cool. Just make your money back. I mean, I can't be mad at them for selling it at a $3 profit and saying, hey, you guys got to listen to some ads for this.
Yeah, but the game should have released at $3 if they wanted to do that.
Yeah,
or at least
I
be
kind
free
of
to
agree
play.
with Noctis.
The problem I have is that they're not innovating despite taking all of this money. It's like, if you want to take my money, fine, but do something unique and different. We're getting the same game every year.
Well, look, people want to buy that same game every year. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's random, ignorant coons. I told you, bro.
The thing. They fix little issues in each update of the game. It's fine.
Little issues?
They
the
fix
servers
little
are down
issues in
every
each
launch
update
day
of the
for
game.
2K.
The servers are gonna suck for any game, okay? Street Fighter servers suck. Mortal Kombat servers suck. Sam always complains about the DB's Fighter Z.
Yeah, but that's not the servers being bad. That's
isn't
just
the
people
servers
having
sucking.
bad internet. That's just people having bad internet.
And then let's not even talk about the Smash servers going down for a patch. That shit was
That's
retarded.
Nintendo though.
That's
Nintendo still don't.
Nintendo.
Nintendo
just
until
because
Nintendo
2005.
get you past,
They're
okay?
still figuring out online.
Yeah, their online is garbage, and it's only like what? Isn't it like $10 for a year or something?
Do you still have to use that phone app to talk to your friends and stuff?
Probably
on Nintendo?
I just use Discord.
Yeah, because I assume that most people would just do that instead of using that trash app.
Yeah, because we're not fucking animals. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So, first off, I was going to say, Flip, not every game comes out with bad servers. That's a fucking That's terrible.
Well, okay,
That's like,
here's the issue. Not even every NBA 2K game comes out with bad servers. Like them saying every 2K server is bad is a lie, because these players are on there all the time, 24/7. They do that NBA League shit all the time, so they can't be as bad as they think it is. And I'm not mad at 2K for trying to make a profit off these games. If the audience is there, the audience is there.
Here's the thing, though. Even though I don't play the fucking sports game, I get mad because it's like, look, if you're going to do this, you should have just made the game free to begin with.
Actually,
No,
now that I think
they don't
about
have
it,
to make the game
now that I
free.
think
If
about
they're
it,
gonna
with
make it
you
at a
saying that
discount,
they have an
right.
audience, it reminds me sort of mobile gamers. Like,
Yeah,
it's
mobile
a
games
super
do the same
casual
exact thing,
audience,
yeah.
and they buy into like these like games that just try to siphon their money out of their accounts. Like,
Yeah. I mean, okay,
It
look,
makes sense,
here's also the thing with mobile games. A lot of them have a free-to-play model where you can just grind out the situation to get what the pay-to-play players are doing, just at a slower pace. So I don't mind that either.
yeah,
if
that's
you
what
want
2K
to
should
pay
do, though.
to speed things up, go for it. That's what they do. They give you
Yeah,
the
but
option
the
to pay
problem
for
is
your
2K
play to
isn't
get up to
free.
99.
It isn't a free-to-play game.
That's fine, because
That's what it
people want to
should be, though, if it's
because
because-
here's the
Like-
thing: you're paying for the base game. They're $60. That's your choice. Go for it. If you want to get another NBA game, go play NBA Live. It's probably already like $30 at launch.
Is one even
So-
coming
so
out
go
this
for
year?
it.
But
Yeah, they
here's my
always put
thing,
them
and
out
here's my
now.
problem. Like, legit, This isn't fucking some like weird game made by a Japanese studio or some niche shit like that. It's 2K19. They have a fan base. If they went free to play, they'd make money.
Oh yeah.
You know they would.
Oh yeah.
I
They
wouldn't
make money
know
out of
about that because there's like a select few people who are gonna be willing to pay for all those packs and to pay for their
people
My
already
Player
pay
to go
for
up to
VC,
99.
bro, just so they can get a head start in the park. I know. I used to be
Yeah,
involved
I know
with
people
that
that do
2K
that,
culture.
but there's also people who pride themselves on grinding to 99 with all the other streamers. Like that's the thing. Like it's not just like,
You're
hey,
always
let's
gonna
just
have
pay to
weirdos
get to
that do that.
99. So I understand
Yeah, but
2K
here's the
doing
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. I guarantee a good portion of their fan base are kids, and I guarantee they'll just, Mom, Dad, I need the money for the levels or whatever the fuck, and they're just gonna do it. I guarantee it. How do you think? Look, if Fortnite makes as much money as Fortnite does,
yeah, bro.
2K19 will at least make.
Fortnite is a world fucking phenomenon. What are you talking
and
about?
fucking basketball isn't.
It's not.
2K's not as
Free-to-play
big.
games
Basketball
make
is
a
not
lot
a
of money,
phenomenon
though.
like Fortnite.
Like, Warframe is still
Basketball
around,
games
and
will
it's
make
free-to-play.
some money, but Fortnite money, that is retarded
Yeah,
to even
that's-
clarify it.
I will
that they
agree.
would
Well,
make
I
that.
think what you should instead compare it to is, will it still make the same amount of money or more?
No, it would not.
Because
a lot
right
of their
now,
sales come from buying the base game as well as making the microtransactions.
most of 2K's money comes from, Take-Two's money comes from, like, the sports games from 2K and Rockstar. So, as long as they can keep the same amount of money.
So look, So here are the numbers. NBA 2K19 sold 1.2 million units its first week of retail. You're telling me they're not going to do that or more if it becomes free to play?
Of course it's going to sell 1.2 million units as a free-to-play game. You're losing $60 per 1.2 million.
But
Like,
here's the
What?
thing.
1.2 million isn't even a lot, actually. For a AAA
Yeah, but
game, that isn't even a lot. You can tell
here's
that
the
they
thing.
definitely make it up in other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If you goes all free to play, you're gonna have all those. You're gonna have double that install. I guarantee it. If it's
no,
free, 'cause
you're
they already
not,
do-
because
Look,
these...
wait, let me
because,
wait.
Saint,
Listen.
let me finish my
No,
point real
wait.
quick, because you're about
Go
to go
ahead.
off the deep end. To tell me that someone who's not willing to pay $60 for the game already is willing to pay $60 for some microtransactions is ridiculous.
No,
That's
but the
not
thing
gonna
is
happen.
that they're gonna
That's not what I was
spend
gonna
money
say.
in general. The idea is to get them hooked on the game to make them want to spend money.
Exactly.
But
So
why
here's the
would they
thing.
do that when there's competition?
No,
in
That's the
field?
entire point.
So you're gonna let's say hypothetically 1.3 million. You double that, right?
Yes.
There's the 1.3 million that in microtransactions they're probably gonna want to put in $60 regardless because they were already into it when it wasn't free.
Okay.
And let's say you get let's say you get an extra 500,000 people that go fuck it, it's free. I'll try it now. Even if they don't pay 60, even if they pay 10 or 20, that's still an extra 10 or 20 times 500,000 that you didn't have before, that you didn't get in the last games, but you got now because it's free. And they said, fuck it, my friends are playing this, I'll put in 10, 20 bucks.
All right, so I'll ask you this. Say they do go that free-to-play route, right? Would
Yeah.
you be mad at them if they did keep the ads in the loading screens?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Because then,
Then,
you're
what's
not
the
dropping
point? Okay, so
$60.
that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So what is the problem with them doing it now?
Because you're
someone
paying
spent
for
money
it.
on it.
That's
They
great,
bought-
but
You
they
paid the
did
game
it at,
up. You
they
paid
did
for
it
the
at the
game
very
upfront.
end of this game cycle. NBA 2K20 is coming out next. That's my issue. If it
Yeah,
was,
but you have
if
to
it
also
was $3
consider.
at the beginning and then they put ads, great, do that. If they did like $60 and they did ads at the very beginning, I can understand this. But they said, okay, this game is about to
Actually,
die
no,
out.
I'd be
2K20 is
less
coming
mad.
out, and they put $3 in.
Yeah, I'd be
for it.
less mad if they
I'd
did it
I'd be
up
less
front.
mad at if they did it up front. That's what makes me mad is that they fucking snuck that shit in later on. They're like, oh fuck it.
But okay, I understand the anger towards this, but once again, you can turn off the option.
It doesn't matter though.
It matters because you can turn off the option.
Here's the thing: as much as I am a dirty, disgusting capitalist at heart, I also want to hold companies accountable for when they do shit like this because it's fucking dirty. And if you are saying, "Oh, it's okay now," you know how these game companies are. They will keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they go
okay.
too far, and then they'll pull back, and then they'll start pushing and pushing and pushing again, and they'll keep moving that goalpost. And then by the end, they fuck it. You're seeing 20 banner ads, fucking 10 pop-ups every 30 minutes in the game. You have to fucking fucking shake a can of Mountain Dew in front of your fucking Kinect to fucking dribble the ball.
Okay, yeah, you're going off the deep end with
Yeah,
these,
you are the
assumptions.
Connect, bro. Connect.
Look,
Nobody's
listen,
using a
man,
Connect, bro.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
when
I
you
went
went
way
off,
too-
bro. Connect.
I went way extreme on that, but that's because I fucking don't like this shit. It really annoys me.
Look,
Also
I don't
because
have a
right
problem
now
with
it's
it.
affecting games
You
that I don't
should
play.
though. Well, like, of
look,
course,
I
if you
have
don't
a-
care, that's cool.
But the reason
like,
I don't have a problem with it is because it doesn't affect the gameplay itself.
Yes, it
So
does.
you-
What are
No,
you
it
talking
doesn't.
about?
It's a loading
Not the
screen
ads,
ad.
but I mean the microtransactions.
The
They do.
microtransactions, yes, the microtransactions I have a problem with. We're talking about the ads.
Oh, so you have a problem with the microtransactions, but not
The only
ads.
the only problem I have with the microtransactions is the My Player ads. I don't care about them buying hats. I don't care about them buying basketballs and clothes and stuff. It's the My Player thing where you can buy up. I think they allow it to buy up to like 87 or something. They like cap it. But it's still kind of like, I don't like it because the park is such a big deal for your game, so why would you do it? That's the only issue I have with 2K.
The only problem I had with the ads was sort of the additional layer of monetization on the game after you buy it. Plus the
I don't
fact
care
that you
about
mentioned
that.
earlier that
Monetize it.
2K20 is coming out, but that's the point. It's like the amount of money it probably takes to make a new 2K isn't that much. So when they sell like 1.2 million, that's probably a profit because it barely costed them anything for the next
I'm
game.
cool with them profiting off of it.
Yeah, I'm cool with them profiting too, but they're not doing anything different.
It doesn't matter if they're doing anything different or not. It's the fact that people want to play these updated games, so they're going to play them.
No, I'm not. That's why I hopped off, bro.
And it's not like these games come out and these people are like, oh my god, this game is horrible. They love the games. They loved how they change up all the, what are they?
All they do is
play
remove
styles for
content
the-
and then add it in like the other game after it. Like what?
I wouldn't
just
say
take
that
out content
because
and put it
I wouldn't
back
say
in,
that
bro.
because 2K18 or 2K19, I think it was 2K19 where they. I wasn't a fan of it, but they made the whole My Player section online where you could
Oh, yeah, like,
roam an
where you
entire
can-
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
I remember it
was
was
a great
broken
addition.
at launch though, with like the VC prices, like to get a haircut. I remember.
Yeah,
people
like
getting
those
mad.
microtransactions are ridiculous. But I mean, if people want to pay for them, they want to pay for them. But I'm cool with content being added like that. It's like, okay, 2K, you tried to do something with this whole like My Player City thing. Great job. People liked it. So it's like,
All right,
eh.
Flip. So let me ask you a question, because there are reports as well coming out, and I haven't been able to verify this yet. I've been looking around while y'all been talking. There are reports coming out that players have had this happen where the ad plays, the shit's done loading, but it won't let them start the game until the ad is done.
Well, they need to stop trying to use SSDs to load them faster. That's what it is.
All right.
Damn.
Maybe
We
we
need
should go to the
keep
next
that slow
topic.
ass PS4.
Maybe
That's-
next topic.
Terrible.
keep that PS4 on slow mode.
Fuck yeah.
I think
Fuck
he's
2K.
there. I think he can't change his mind on his point. Next.
No,
Breaking
no,
news.
but no.
Breaking news. Breaking
finish
news.
that part,
Oh
yeah.
man, the movie everyone was excited for, the live action version of Little Mermaid, cast Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Ooh.
Aren't you guys so
I
excited?
didn't even know they were
No.
making
Yeah.
a...
Apparently,
Woohoo.
people were mad about that or something. I don't really
Well,
care.
I didn't know. Apparently, Ursula was black. I didn't know that was a thing. That's what everyone's saying. That should be a person of color.
I don't even
What?
care. Why are they?
I don't know.
I don't know why
I don't
people
know.
want these
I feel like that's
remakes anyway.
Because then aren't people gonna be like, oh, why is the villain black? Is that a thing? Like,
Wait,
I-
Ursula's black?
I just want to leave.
She
Shannon.
had a human form in the movie.
bro.
I don't remember
I
what
don't
color
understand.
she was though.
I don't know. Jay's been real quiet.
I'm not gonna lie. When y'all got into the TK debate, I checked out a long time ago. I was reading the
fucked up,
damn
bro.
book, and the time it took y'all to finish. bro.
Wow.
All right, let's get to that nice J topic. Something that's especially for Jay.
All right. So everyone knows that one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
I couldn't finish it. Yeah. So you guys know Benzino.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Benzino was American. He's a record producer, and he also had beef with Eminem back in the day. That's what he's most famous for, in my opinion.
For losing a beef, I assume.
I mean, is it a loss if you never had a chance to begin with? And that's because that was Eminem was still good, like he was great. So like he didn't have a chance to begin with. This is before we got fucking really really bad Eminem. Just fucking only a little bit better than Logic Eminem.
Yeah, that's nice, bro.
Right.
Keep that dissing
so-
to yourself. You're gonna trigger people.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. All those white fans. So Benzino, he's a producer. He's pretty big. I think he was on that, what is it, Love and Hip Hop or one of those types of shows recently. He got pulled over for because he had a warrant out for failure to appear. And first off, apparently he doesn't know what that means. I figured everyone who is anyone knows what the fucking term failure to appear means. He doesn't, and he's real upset. Jay, you watched the footage, right?
I did.
What did you think?
You gotta be
Man.
fucking stupid
Acting a fool.
No, you
to
guys are
think
fucked up.
that you're
Wait,
not
what?
in trouble for failure to appear.
Why-
If you
why-
get that
why are you
notice,
harassing
you're
me?
going.
Why are you harassing me? I didn't even get out of the car. I just let my son out. Oh, the best part too is this man talking very not polite, but very like calmly. You know that shit where you don't want to yell, but your voice is very strained. And then as soon as they put the cuffs on in the back of the car, yeah, bitch.
He
Yeah, bitch. Fuck you,
losed it.
bitch.
He
This
lost
man
Stupid ass
it.
Benzino looks like a busted me character. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not a busted me. God damn, bro, you're so right. Fuck. Oh my God, Jesus.
Like, how the fuck do you turn out to look like that after all this
Fuck
time?
me, dude. I got. Ooh,
What
that's
the man,
a
like
damage from
60?
That
Damn.
hurt. That was fuck. It don't matter. How you gonna have a fucking body like a 20-year-old and a face like a 97-year-old, bro? How
Steroids
the
don't
fuck did that
strengthen your
happen?
face, man.
Oh, not steroids, bro. God, this man sits. Oh God. Yeah, but it's just y'all should watch it. 30 minutes. It's a 3-minute clip of fucking Benzino just.
Wiling.
Oh,
No,
okay, like.
but-
Like I'm all down for fuck the police and all shit like that. but this
That's
lady was trying
crazy,
to be
bro.
so.
Blue lives
She was trying
matter.
to be. Oh, shut the fuck.
Oh, here we go.
Oh God! Don't start. Don't start with me, you fucking asshole. I'm triggered, bro. So yeah, and this lady cop, she's being as cool as she can be.
Yeah,
and
she had
this-
nice
again-
nails.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she
yeah.
had, man, she had her nails were so pretty. And then it's like you said, the best part though, as soon as he gets in the car, he just starts talking mad shit like a fucking. Oh.
Suck my dick, I'ma sue you. Or whatever the fuck he
I'm,
said.
yeah, I'm gonna sue you. Oh God.
Oh, man.
I just want to
It's
know.
like-
I just want to know why they ran his tags.
I mean, I would. Look at he looks suspicious.
Nah. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Come on,
minority
Saint,
man
really?
driving a car.
No, with that fucking haircut, bro.
He
You
looks
see that
suspicious,
fucking
Saint. Really?
that blonde mohawk. How old does he think he is, bro? A blonde mohawk, really?
But
that
that was
man
that was
is
the only
old
thing I
enough to-
wanted to know was why they ran his tags. The rest, I thought he was stupid as hell. I mean,
I guarantee
he
was
tried to
parked
keep
all
it
fucked
calm
up
and
shit.
collective at first, but then I could see
Did
he
he
was getting
though?
upset. But I mean, it's like,
Did
why'd you run his tags?
He
Look,
was
bro,
doing
I'ma say it
something he
like
probably
this.
wasn't supposed to be doing. I don't know.
I live in the projects. The cops will fucking run your tags for whatever reason. That's why you don't
Exactly.
give them a reason. It's like it's gonna happen. I literally one time they ran my tag just because they didn't like that I was
Busted
out at 3 in the
me
morning.
character.
Not a me character, bro. Fucking
Don't you
someone
live in
seen
the
that.
ghetto though?
I live in the projects.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna pull you over. That has never
I
happened to
wasn't
me.
even in a car. I was literally dressed to go work out, and literally they waited till I got in the car, got out of the fucking neighborhood, and said, "Oh, where are you going, bitch?"
Yeah, that happens
Look what
because you live
Saint
in the
just
ghetto.
said, and then he go laugh at Benzino. Like, nah, nigga.
Nah, bro, that
Uh-uh.
happens in the ghetto.
Bro, fuck him. I don't care. He dissed Haley, bro. I can't stand for that. It's terrible. Oh man. So speaking of fucking things that should be dead, like Benzino, his career at least. So Google, for those of you who don't know, Google has a terrible fucking garbage track record at not only.
Why are
just
you
releasing
dissing them
shit.
before you get to the story, bro?
Shut the
That's
fuck up.
Because it's
Crazy.
Google. Because it's Google.
Yeah, because they're
there's-
left leaning.
There's
There's
oh
a
god,
right-wing
calm
Nazi.
down. Calm down.
Why are you like this?
Fucking- Why are
Somebody
you the way
dropped you as a
are?
kid.
Inflammatory statements only.
Fucking fucking Noctis was bitten by a radioactive fucking white person.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a spider.
No, it wasn't. Jesus Christ. So there's literally a website dedicated to how many fucking projects Google has just fucking shut down because they're that bad. Like, you know, Google Glass. I remember Google Glass. I
Oh
remember Google
yeah!
Good old black.
Bro, I
Yeah.
Glass.
totally forgot that existed.
Yeah, bro. So did everyone else, including Google. Shut up.
I would have
don't
copped
mention
that too if it
Shh.
actually happened. Oh well.
No, you wouldn't have. don't lie to yourself.
You're
Don't
right.
lie
I'm
to
not.
me.
You're right.
Don't lie to me about yourself.
So
In another great, super awesome, totally won't be dead within a year project, Google Stadia is coming out in November. They did an interview with Eurogamer, which is trash. Don't go to the website. Leave them alone. Talking about, the Stadia Pro, all that shit. 4K resolution. If you cancel your shit or the game, it leaves our service, your saves and everything, you'll still be able to download it. They talked about some of the games. Oh, that's another thing too. Stadia Pro, which I think is their prescription shit, gets you 4K resolution, but Stadia Base you only get 1080p. Because fuck you, poor piece of shit. How fucking dare you? You get what games come out? Yeah, you get Wolfenstein Youngblood, Baldur's Gate 3, FF15, Rage 2, Football Manager. Get hype, you fucking European fucks. Borderlands 3, and a bunch of other shit I don't care about. And of course, the biggest question, so like games are going to be cheaper, right? Because you're having to pay a subscription to even get these games, and there's no physical at all. It's just digital, so it should be cheaper, right?
Right.
Specifically, Stadia chief of whatever the fuck, Phil Harrison. I don't know why it would be cheaper. So yeah, fuck you. You're paying $60 on top of your subscription base to get these fucking games.
Wait, what?
Cause fuck
I
you.
didn't get a chance
Yeah.
to read the story. So basically, you
So
have to buy
Stadia-
the games anyways.
So you're paying $60 a year plus $60 per game or whatever the fuck to play your games on Stadia. Fuck you, die slow.
it almost sounds like the 2K debate.
The value you get from the game on Stadia means you can play it on any screen in your life. I think that's going to be valuable to our players, said known Google shield Phil Harrison,
Wait, then
leader of... Yeah,
what's the point of having?
Because, Sam, the Stadia version of a game is going to be at the highest possible quality of innovation and sophistication on the game engine side. Because we all know that, especially in America, our fucking internet infrastructure is so great that we can support 4K streaming across multiple platforms. Oh, what fucking wait. No, we can't. This is fucking dumb. Don't buy Stadia, you fucking idiots.
I was interested in
upset.
Stadia, and then now I'm not. Like,
You
were interested in that?
shouldn't have.
And
Why would you do
even
that to
even on the
yourself?
phone end of things.
I wasn't gonna buy the subscription, but I was gonna at least try out the free shit.
I don't know. I'm not into
But-
streaming.
I do have a question for you all. Does anyone here have a Google Pixel?
No.
Hey,
No.
I do.
Put it on
Haha.
AT&T.
Well, Flip's gonna be the only one who's able to play it on his phone because you can only do it with the Google Pixel.
Hey.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Really?
Are you yanking my dick
I
right
thought-
now?
I'm not.
I
They
thought-
said that
I thought they said you had to be able to run Chrome on the device.
Pixel
I'm-
phone.
I'm Google the
But honestly, who's actually gonna play games on their phone?
Not a soul.
Flip.
Yeah, so why is it? I don't think that really matters, in my opinion, because I'm not gonna be out here playing fucking Doom Eternal
That's
on my
crazy,
phone.
bro. You aren't playing Peggle on your phone?
Oh,
Not
fuck
Peggle.
off!
You're not
Those
playing
that want to
Peggle,
use
bro?
the mobile, those that want to use the mobile device instead of a TV as their Stadia screen will find that compatibility is initially limited to Google Pixel 3 and Google Pixel 3a handset range.
And there it is.
Fuck you!
Well, if
Fuck
they say
you, suck
initial,
my cock,
they say
you
initial,
fucking
right?
Slimy asshole.
So maybe they're gonna
It doesn't matter.
change that in the future.
Fuck that.
Nah,
Fuck
they
that,
already.
fuck
Nah,
them.
Sam, they already made their minds on Stadia, so you can't change it.
Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah. So, yo, Flip, how do you feel about Google Stadia? I asked, pretending I didn't already know.
I am perfectly okay with Stadia. Because Stadia is going.
Great.
Stadia isn't a replacement
Awesome.
for console. You can still
really.
buy your PS5s
That's
and your
cool.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Tell me about it.
Xbox
Yeah, tell 'em, Flip.
720s or whatever.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
congratulations on that. Stadia is
Really?
just another option,
Awesome.
like Nintendo was.
I agree with him though. I don't like
That's
the.
awesome.
I don't like.
Like
the
Stadia
consoles,
is
like-
it for you? Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
come
way.
on. You don't have to have like
see
if
your
your
point.
Get
internet
red pilled,
sucks,
Saint.
That
don't
makes
buy
sense.
Stadia. It's that simple.
Uh-huh. Cool.
But anyway, Stadia to me is fine. I don't like the $9.99 setup with the $60. I think it could be cheaper to $40, but I don't think that's Google's issue. I feel like that's just the game developer saying, "Hey, we're not going to let you sell this for cheaper. We want our money." So right then
Yeah.
and there, I don't really blame
I
Google
can
for
see
that.
I can see that.
But it's
Okay.
like, okay, if you're going to invest in Stadia, you're getting 4K resolution because most likely you're going to pay for the $9.99 model, and you can check your internet to see if you can actually support it. So right then and there, you're on board with it. If in your mindset you want to buy Stadia, check those things out before you do it. Don't go into it blindly.
How much is Google paying you, Flip? That's all I want to
Okay.
know. Like,
Very idiocy.
But we're talking about internet. You already know these ISP providers are going to milk the fuck out of that 4K streaming deal and thaw
Yeah,
out your
we'll say
internet even
this.
more.
I will say this. I think it's really funny that people are like, "Man, this is gonna kill the consoles." Like, no, it's not.
No,
Streaming is
it's
fucking
definitely not
terrible.
going to kill the console.
Get
It's just
fucked.
another alternative to console gaming. It's like
look,
it's like
go
if
ahead.
someone says, "Hey, I don't want to buy a PC. I can't buy a PS4 and Xbox straight up. It's like $500-$600 for the next one, most likely. So no one's gonna want to do that. So they're like,
My
"Hey, I
thing is-
already have a TV. I have some internet. I can just buy this game and play it on my TV." It's
You
that
also need a
simple.
Chromecast too to stream on TV. Just saying,
I mean,
My
the
whole thing is
Chromecast
this,
comes
though.
with the Stadia something, I think.
but that's
like,
only if
okay,
you sign
like-
up for that subscription.
I don't even like
Hey-
having that many of one product in my home, like
hate,
one
like,
brand.
Okay, like legit, like my hate aside on that shit. I just honestly don't see who this is for, and here's why. So what Flip said earlier, or one of the things he said was that this is for the, this is alternative consoles. But here's the thing: super hardcore gamers, they usually they play on PC. Some of them play on console, but they usually have like a PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, something like that. The super hardcore gamers. Casual people, they might have a 360. They might have an Xbox One, a Switch, something like that. I don't see a casual gamer buying this and then buying a monthly subscription and then buying a game. You know what I mean?
Why wouldn't they?
I see them doing that,
Why
especially
would-
those that are
like
interested
saying-
in tech.
That's like saying, why would this person
Because-
buy a PS5 for $600 and him buy a game for $60 and an online subscription? It's like,
Because-
Yeah,
No,
because
because
casual
here's the thing.
gamers do play like on Xbox and actually pay for subscriptions. Like,
Right,
would you
but that's
consider
different,
someone
but-
hardcore if they only play 2K and Call of Duty?
No, I wouldn't. I consider them someone who plays 2K and Call of Duty. That's it.
Exactly,
Um,
those are the kind of people that would maybe buy into this.
I get that, but I don't know. To me, it's buying a console is different than buying a streaming thing, because to me a console, especially nowadays, a console is not just a console; it's a media center.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is, bro. What are you talking
Yeah, it
about?
I mean,
Unless
you
you
can
have an
watch
Xbox, where
movies
that
on
case
it.
is
You can
big.
listen
Yeah,
to
like if
music
you
on it,
if
but
you have your
can do that on
Xbox in the
anything.
living room or whatever, you're probably like you're playing games on it, sure, but you'll use
You're also
Netflix on it.
watching
and
Yeah, you
stuff.
Blu-rays
use
or
Netf-
streaming
yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah, you'll use
Or you
Netflix and
So-
maybe a
so
few other
you're
apps
already
like
streaming
YouTube.
from your Xbox.
A streaming game thing is just a streaming game thing. I don't see. I mean,
But it might
maybe-
work though. You have to consider that was the PS4's selling point when it first started off. It was just all about the games.
Right, but I also don't see a casual gamer being like, I'm gonna carry my Stadia controller around with me to play games on my cell phone. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I could totally be wrong, but
I mean,
just
if
don't
people are
see-
carrying that damn
Like, I don't
Switch
think the-
controller around, I mean, shit.
Like I don't think the Stadia is gonna be like super popular, but like
I
people are gonna
don't-
buy
Yeah,
it.
it's not going
It'll
to be a
eventually
popular-
fade
popular
out like the
console.
Ouya. It'll be like the Ouya, the Ouya
Yeah,
box. You
I
all
wouldn't
remember
say
that?
that.
I think it
'cause
will.
I mean, the Ouya was dead on arrival, though. I don't think Stadia's gonna be that bad to begin with. I might have joked about it being dead on arrival, but I think it'll at least have some traction when it comes.
Yeah, I think it will, but I
Stadia
think it'll
has
fall off.
Stadia has its mark in the gaming community. Like, if you don't want to buy a console because it's so expensive up front, it's like saying, hey, I can't buy an iPhone X because it's $1,000. So that's why they always give you an alternative. Hey, you can pay $24 a month for the next 2 years to do that, because no one wants to pay $1,000 straight up for a phone.
Oh, I
So if
thought
you
you were
don't
gonna
wanna
say
pay-
someone would get an Android because of that.
Oh no. I mean, they might.
Well, it's the thing is sort of with the new consoles coming out. I feel like people, if they had to choose, they would choose the new consoles just because of the perceived value and like popularity around it. When Google Stadia is like offering like sort of a better value, I'm not sure that that'll make people buy it because it might seem lesser.
I think
Like
I
you're
think-
getting
I mean,
a bootleg
honestly-
console. Like you're not
But,
really.
feel like
but
the-
here's the
And
thing.
how will the online work? Will there be any online? Like
That
who are
is-
you
yeah,
playing
Yeah,
with?
there's online.
No,
Who
I'm
are
telling
you
you now,
playing
like-
with though? Like you're gonna have to get a
Like,
bunch of rich
it's
friends to play
cross-platform.
with.
And Sam can attest to this. Like fighting games will never be played on.
Oh
this.
fuck no.
Like
oh,
at all.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ever.
I
No,
wouldn't
And
say
it'll
that.
be hard to play first-person shooters too, especially when
It
Dude,
will.
especially
lag is
they,
so-
they checked out the input lag on it, and it's actually really good.
yeah,
It's
if you
still
have
not-
really
it's
good
still worse
connection, you're
than-
gonna be playing against a bunch of people with different kinds of connection.
Exactly. Like
unless you're playing
how
with
many
a bunch of
people are
rich
gonna be on
kids.
fucking Wi-Fi?
You can't play competitive games on Stadia.
No,
I will not.
hell
That'll
no.
no. That's just
I feel like you guys are downplaying the Stadia input.
Bro, if you play
No.
even if you're on PC and you're playing on Wi-Fi in like a competitive setting, you're just auto garbage and everyone doesn't like you.
it's one of those things like how you can't play a FPS on a PC with a controller.
Yeah.
And like you just you just can't. Okay, let me rephrase that. In the future, maybe within the next 10 or 15 years, maybe you can play shit like that streaming.
We
For
said that
competitive
about
gaming,
things 10 to 15 years ago. That's the thing. That could be
I don't think
now. We
streaming
haven't
will be a
seen
viable
what we haven't
platform
seen what
ever,
Google
though.
has done with this yet. That's the thing.
I
When
think they're
Stadia
coming out
comes
with
out,
this
we
too
will
early
see what
though.
happens with it.
I think this is
I
too
just-
early, Flip. I think they
I-
should
yeah.
wait
It
still
might be
until
too
more.
early, but it might not be too early.
It's
That's the
because
Jay, you've been quiet. What do you feel about all this?
Stadia is an interesting concept, but I don't see it working out. I honestly would have liked it if they took like maybe 2 to 5 years tops to really like let technology settle in more. Because like a lot of people, we talk about 4K streaming, all that stuff. There's still people who don't have that. Like, what are you paying for at this point? And now I'm thinking like when you talk about subscription services, obviously there's going to be a point where you're going to be paying more versus if you just got the console eventually.
Right.
Well, once again, that's the thing, Jay. If you don't have 4K streaming, you can just pay for the free model, which is $0. Like, I mean, it's
do you still have to pay a subscription though? With the
no,
free
it's
No,
model?
free.
no,
The
it's
free
free.
model is going to come out in 2020. It's going to be
Oh, okay.
Straight up
'Cause,
free.
Like,
All you gotta
the
do is just buy the
subscription
game.
model. They're just asking to not like be successful.
the
'Cause there's way
subscription
too
model
many
is for the people
subscription
who want to
services.
be graphic whores. It's like, hey, I don't want to
Which
buy
really-
a PC,
But if
I
you
want 4K
if you don't really
graphics.
care about graphics, just get a cheap PC.
Well,
That's a
nobody
lot
wants-
cheaper,
well,
and
that's
you'll
the
get a way
thing.
better value with buying your games.
Well, that's the thing.
Not
Nobody
to
wants
mention
to
it's a
get
PC,
cheap
so you can actually
PCs
do more with
either.
it besides gaming.
No one's gonna just say, "Oh, I'll get the free model of the Stadia." Why would you do that?
Because it's more convenient for
And
you.
it's
And
like,
how much would it cost to buy a game on Stadia?
Maybe $60.
Yeah, then why don't you just build a cheap PC and pirate it, or get it cheap on a sale?
Because
There's so
like
many
this,
more
the
options on
casual
PC.
person's not going to build a cheap
A casual
PC.
person isn't gonna get a Stadia because they won't
A casual
understand.
Yes,
person-
they will.
Yes, they will.
Because
No, they
it's free and
won't.
yes, they will,
convenient.
bro.
If it's free
No,
and
I-
convenient, then there's other options.
No, there's not. What
Yes,
other
there
options
is.
are there?
Get it. Buy one of the new consoles. Buy a cheaper
Why would
console.
the new
PC.
consoles aren't free?
Yeah, they're not free.
They're $600 probably.
What? So it's you get the model like in general for free, like the entire
Yes.
console, and all you have to do is pay for the game.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
All right then.
Wait a minute. Whoa. So Stadia, the console you have to pay for.
No,
You don't have to
you
pay
don't
for the
pay for the
subscription
console of
service.
Stadia.
How are they giving away
Stadia
free
is the
consoles
server.
though?
Because you're paying for the server.
You're paying for
My
the
head
server.
hurts.
What, when you buy
So-
a game?
So wait. So you get a free console, but you have to pay a monthly subscription that's like what, $8, $10?
If you want 4K. If you don't want 4K, it's going to be free.
I feel like
That
you're
makes
wrong
no
about that.
sense though. So they're just gonna give you a console for free, and all you have to do is pay for the games. with the
Because
free
all you're
model.
doing is just playing off their servers. They're going to be making money off the games you buy or the subscriptions you pay for to play on Stadia.
Wait.
Right. But
Hold
the-
on,
the-
hold on,
games
hold
are
on, hold on.
$60.
If they need to get this free model because they're broke,
And plus the
what makes you
console-
think they can
the
afford good
controller.
internet?
But the hardware isn't free. You made it seem like the hardware was free, and I just want to stress that the hardware is not free. You have to pay for the Stadia controller.
You can use any controller for Stadia.
Yeah, but what
The
I don't
Stadia
understand is
controller
how
just
you're
gives you
saying
more
that if they need
access.
this broke boy alternative, what makes you think they have good internet?
Because good internet's only like $70 a month. It's not the
Yeah,
fact
but they're
that-
broke.
It's not the fact that these
You
people
make it
don't
sound like
want
they're broke, so they need the
knock
free
this,
model.
knock this. It's not the fact that these people don't want to pay for these consoles. It's that they don't want to pay $500, $600 straight up. Why would
It's
they do
more-
that
Okay.
when? Why would they do that when they can just have good internet for $70 a month and then get Stadia and then just
Okay,
buy
well-
games? That's what
And
I'm
buy
saying.
games, that's gonna add up to basically
I
that
misunderstood-
price.
Yeah, you have to buy
anyway.
games for the
Yeah,
consoles
you have to-
too.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, you do, but that's why I said
So, wait
just
a
get a
minute.
PC.
Wait-
and
wait,
that
No one
won't
wants
be a
to build a
problem.
PC
They're
because
too
you have to
casual
buy
to build
you have to pay for
PCs
that
though.
too.
You can always buy a PC. And you can
Oh,
Okay,
my
so
goodness.
but I misunderstood what Flip said, and I get it now. So the service is free. I didn't know that. I forgot that they said that you can use any controller.
Yeah.
So with what we're talking about right now, I understand what Flip's saying now, and I get it, and I agree with Flip. A casual person will never build a PC.
Exactly.
That's not the thing. A casual
Right.
person will never, ever build a PC. So if I didn't
They
realize
can always
that
buy a
there's
pre-built though.
they won't
They,
do that
yeah,
either.
that's too
That
much.
shit is
Casuals
expensive.
have though. Casuals have, especially.
Very rarely.
I know because I know people in the Sims community, the epitome
Right.
of casuals. And
Here's
they-
the thing, though. That's anecdotal at best.
Yeah, I know it
Um,
is. It's not like we have statistics on who's building and not building a PC.
So if Stadia is free, so if fucking John, whatever the fuck, who only buys like maybe 1 or 2 games a year,
Yeah,
can
but
just go on to
okay.
Stadia and buy the game streaming and stuff like that, then yes, I can totally see Stadia working for that. I still don't think it'll last maybe longer than a year or two because we've already had this with OnLive. But of course you can say OnLive, the internet was even worse back then. I still don't think it's
But
good now,
here,
though.
okay.
But
in the-
you
in
also
the
have to
counter-
consider this
In the
as
counter
well.
that
Yeah.
point, in the counter that point, Google has the biggest server base in the world.
Yep.
Online didn't have that.
Mhm.
It's either Google, Amazon Web Services, or Microsoft Azure. That's it.
And I get that, and I agree with that, but here's the thing, YouTube still fucks up on a regular basis and either shuts down or shit just stops working for whatever reason, so I don't trust them to fucking have a service where I am playing a video game and it is streaming without major fuck-ups on at least monthly to bi-monthly basis. You see what I'm
I
saying?
can understand that.
Yeah, but you said that it was this casual guy that's gonna buy like 1 or 2 games. What is he playing exactly? Does he not have friends at
He's
work
playing
that maybe
Minecraft,
like
bro.
recommend
What
a
you
game
mean?
that he wants to play online? Because I doubt they're playing Stadia.
And that's the other thing. That's the other side of that coin is that casual gamers usually play what's big.
They
So
usually
if
play
it's a-
online games.
Fortnite.
That's the biggest games
Right.
are online games.
And- okay, and
that's
here's
my
my
and that's
thing
my
with
thing.
that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
And you're
wait a
saying
go ahead.
crossplay,
So,
but not all
I'll let you-
multiplayer games offer
If,
crossplay.
so let's say John Everyman buys Call of Duty.
John Doe, not Everyman. John Doe.
What Nick motherfucker doesn't care.
But we don't know him.
I don't care. So John Everyman buys Call of Duty, plays it online. He keeps dying. He's a casual. He doesn't understand lag and all that shit. So just to him, it's bad. So he's gonna assume for whatever the fuck reason, maybe well then next time I'm not gonna buy shit on Stadia because it was bad on Stadia. He would lag or whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter to him. But all he knows is he played with friends on Stadia and it was a bad experience. So you're maybe getting 1 buy out of that guy, maybe 2 if he buys, like the new whatever the fuck single player game that
4K
everyone's playing right now is
Peggle.
out. Yeah, a 4K Peggle. So yeah, I don't see. Look. Here's the thing. Maybe I was being too harsh. Maybe Stadia will have some legs, but I just don't see it in the long term lasting longer than maybe 2 years at best.
I don't
Okay.
know
You
what
were
it
at
And-
a point you were trying to make though.
And now I understand. I get the whole you don't think Stadia will last 2 years. That's a definite possibility. My thing
I
is
guarantee.
with the input lag on console or on controllers, I don't think it's going to be as huge of a deal as you guys are thinking it's going to be.
Are you sure though, with like Xbox Elite controller and stuff, when they're
It-
like making these controllers even better and having different alternatives, and
Well,
you can
here's the
even
thing,
use like your
from
mouse and
the-
keyboard on
from the
console.
reviews from the project they did, well, I think it was like Project Fi or something. The input lag wasn't a huge issue. They had people from California playing against people from the other side of the country. They said the input lag wasn't even noticeable. When they showcased it at E3, the players or the people who were playing it and reviewing it said the input lag was not noticeable. So right then and there, I'm like, okay, Google might have something there that we just don't understand yet. So I
Yeah,
get
but you
that.
s-
Oh shit! I just
it's still
activated
the
my
best
phone.
internet. though.
Oh shit! Google's listening, guys. Yeah. I see that, and then there's the whole cross-platform thing becoming a huge market for these consoles. Like Sony's already open into making cross-platform a thing. Now they
Yeah,
just did
but-
their little thing with Microsoft. Call
I
of
don't know,
Duty
bro.
or Activision is already talking about making Call of Duty cross-platform. So cross-platform seems to be the future. So right then and there, it's like Stadia has a place. I'm not saying Stadia is
Yeah,
gonna
but you're talking
replace-
about the future, and you were just talking about people using that free model and things like that. But aren't they gonna want 4K and stuff like that? Especially
Yeah, and
since
if
the
they want
consoles
that,
are
they
going
have
in
to
that
pay
direction.
for it.
Yeah, but
Yes.
why would they do that when that cost will add up? And
Because
they'd be
the
better
cost is
off
gonna
just
add
getting
up
a
for-
console and save that money.
Noctis, because you still have to pay that $40 a month or
For
$40
Xbox
a year
Online.
for
Yeah.
Xbox Online and PS4 Online.
Yeah,
So
but it's still cheaper that way.
no, it's not.
If you don't
It's
pay
cheaper.
for online,
It's
because
cheaper.
Stadia isn't gonna have all of the multiplayer games. It's not.
It's cheaper to just pay for it on Stadia.
If they're
you
paying
have
for
a
the
select
multiplayer
game.
on Xbox, why would they pay for it on Stadia though?
Because they're not going to buy the Xbox.
Yeah, but who's playing on Stadia? You're gonna be playing Call of Duty with like
Well,
5 other
nobody's
players.
playing on Stadia right now because it's not out yet.
But nobody's gonna be playing on Stadia,
You don't
especially if
know
more
that.
games
There's
come
a
out.
market for Stadia. That's the thing.
Yeah, who? Those
So,
types up
I
in
just-
Silicon Valley?
So I was just reading some people's comments on the input lag, and they brought up a good point that I forgot about, and actually makes a lot more sense now. So people, do you guys remember when the Steam Link came out, or do y'all even know what the Steam Link is?
No.
I'm sure you know.
Isn't
Noctis.
that
That was
the
that
yeah,
Steam
yeah? Because I think I
console, right?
have 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2
It was
of those.
basically it was a way to stream your PC games to your TV.
Oh yeah, I
via
have
the
that.
Steam Link. So when it came out, before it came out, people were testing it, and they were like, "Yeah, this is great. There's barely any lag, or no lag at all." Blah blah blah. Then it came out, and PC players got their hands on it, and they're like, "What the fuck were you guys talking about? This thing is terrible. There's so much lag." And they're like, "We didn't see any of it, or we didn't realize any of it." And what people realized was that the people who couldn't notice the lag were people who predominantly played on console, and people who played on PC could. So now that I'm reading this shit and reading that, and also thinking about the fact that the way Google says it's going to work is that the ping from you pressing A on the game is going to go from the controller to the server, back to the controller to your screen. I see this being something where, like, if you even have an inkling of, like, understanding lag and, like, being able to, like, process what that means and how that feels, Stadia's going to be untouchable for you. You're just not going to be able to enjoy it at all.
So
I don't think
I
it's
guess
that
the market is just casuals then, because at that
Honestly,
point
yeah.
that's what
It's
we were
gonna be
just saying
casuals.
earlier.
That's all it's going to be.
Because
And that's fine because all we've been talking about how it has a place for casuals. We didn't say.
I don't think they'll
we
buy
just
it.
said-
I don't
we
think
just
they'll buy it
said-
in mass, and it'll
We
be
just
super
said the
successful,
hardcore
though.
Saint. Didn't you just say the hardcore players have PC,
Yeah.
and then the regular people have the
Consoles.
Xbox and the PS5, and
Yeah.
then there's gonna
Well,
be
my
the
whole thing
people that
is-
don't want to pay for
That's
those, so they're gonna
crazy.
get
So
Stadia.
good isn't a hardcore gamer?
Good.
I didn't.
Good
Well,
is
here's
not
the
a
other
hardcore
thing. I
game.
didn't realize that there was. I didn't
Bro
realize
is
there was
whack
a
at
free
Apex.
version. I didn't
He
realize
plays
there was a free version
Sims.
of Stadia. So now that I know there's a free version of Stadia, that totally changes my perspective on it to the fact that I think it might make some type of headway. I don't think it'll be the one that stays. I guarantee some other company will come by maybe in 5 or 10 years. And
They're gonna do it better, which
yeah,
is what
maybe
Google
not
should.
perfect, but do it
I don't
better.
think they
But
can
now
do
that I
it
know
better,
there's-
but I think that they'll give Google an idea of what they need to do to make theirs better.
Right, but now that I know that there's a free version, which like I said, I did not know that. That's why I was like, I don't see casuals buying getting this. But like I said, now that free, yeah, I can totally see casuals at least picking this up for at least maybe a year, maybe 2.
Nice.
My whole thing is, it's not gonna last. Anyone who thinks this is gonna be something that Google, forever. No, Google has 2 like projects that fucking made it, and that's Google itself and YouTube. And they didn't start YouTube; they bought YouTube.
Yeah, I don't
Bro,
think
does this
people
mean
thought
we get to
Netflix was
segue
gonna
into that
last,
nice
but hey,
topic?
look at it now. Took out Blockbuster, took out Hollywood Video, took out all those video places. So, I mean, we'll see. That's all I can
Also,
say.
people forget, but when Netflix first started, you had a limited amount of time you were able to.
Didn't you used to be able to like order DVDs?
Yeah, you
Yeah, that was
order
the
it, and they
first
would mail you
starting.
the deal.
I had
and then
that.
they went to
So
full
here's the thing,
streaming.
though. They had a plan, so like, oh, you got the 10-hour plan, so you get 10 hours of streamings, and then that's it. So yeah, streaming is, to me, this is the infancy of that shit still, in my opinion, especially for games.
Yo, Saint.
Because
I feel like online was
Go
the
for it.
infancy for that. Or
No,
online,
maybe we should
whatever.
switch topics. Bro
But
J
yeah,
is
let's
falling
switch
asleep.
topics.
oh, hey man, y'all were yelling at each other. It was interesting. To me.
Are we gonna cover that Reddit thing?
What Reddit thing?
The pro Trump community.
the Donald?
The Donald being quarantined.
I didn't care about it, but if you have something to say, go for it.
Nah, I
Also,
just
it's
Say what
wondering
you gotta
if you
say.
did. Does Jay have something to say?
No, you seem like you have something.
No,
to say.
bro, I have nothing to say. Because
Oh,
it
why'd you
already
bring it
kind of
up?
touched on what we said earlier.
Well,
With like
so we have one
censorship
final
and stuff.
topic that Sam's gonna take, but before we jump into that final topic, is there anything you guys want to talk about before that?
Anything?
Topics?
I guess I'll just talk about the Donald thing real quick.
I mean, okay.
All right, bro. I'll
I
just
got
touch
nothing
on
to
it. I'll
say.
just give a
And
little.
I got
there's
nothing
my
to say.
point.
Crazy, bro. Nothing. It's because it already tied into what we were saying earlier.
Oh
Go ahead.
Wait, is this controversial?
Do it.
Are you gonna
No,
say
not to
anything?
do it, bro.
Y'all saying
Just do it, bro. Just do it.
No, I just want to know what you have to
Yeah,
say.
we just want to know what you gotta say.
We can just edit it later if it's too bad. All right.
Anyway, I've been there somewhat. Like I went there after what happened.
I just want Doc to be like, anyway, I disagree with what happened.
I already know what he's finna say.
Anyway, I went to the subreddit after what happened with it being quarantined, because Good was all like, oh, it's terrible there, and I was like, let me check. It isn't really bad, especially compared to the other political subreddits, which are super left-leaning. Like, it isn't bad. But I think the problem is that people, like, take individual people within that community, and they're super loud, and people think that's how the entire community is. So all I hope is that maybe they figure out that whether, like, if it's the majority, sure, take it down if they're, like, being crazy. But if it's just, like, a loud minority, like, you shouldn't really
What
be
do you
taking...
mean by that?
Nah, like, what do you mean?
The mods in there are
You mean-
terrible, though. Like, yo, if
Nah,
you
bro.
literally, like, raise...
I don't frequent it.
I know, I'm just
But
saying.
I just, from everything I saw, they were pretty civil, and they weren't,
Okay,
like,
I understand
calling
that,
for
but I'm
hate
saying,
and
like,
stuff.
if you even, like, from what I've been told, if you even, like, try to debate on why Trump is wrong in something,
see,
you just get
this is the
permabanned
thing.
instantly.
This is the difference. This is the difference. They advertise themselves as being pro-Trump and anything else goes. It's in the description. You can read it.
Yeah,
But with, like,
but
say,
that's
like the
ridiculous.
subreddit
That's
politics
stupid.
or whatever,
Why is
it's
that-
super left-leaning, and if you come with another point, you'll get downvoted.
Okay, but you're not getting banned.
You do on the
Do you? 'Cause
politics.
I
Yes,
don't
it
go, I don't go to
happens.
these.
They're not okay with other opinions, and that subreddit is a community strictly for Donald Trump, and it makes sense. There's other subreddits out there that are like that, but they're just not political like that.
See, I don't know.
And
I
think
don't
that
go to these.
I think that the problem is a lot of us, we take our bias against him and use that just to, like, influence our opinion, and it makes us think differently about it than we would with anyone else.
Because it's Donald fucking Trump.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think I have something to say about this. Before I do, I want to hear what Jay has to think.
Oh yeah, Jay. Tell him about that Tell him about being a single black man in America. Nobody to depend on. It's hard
Also,
out
I
in these streets,
I want to reiterate for anyone who doesn't know, because I feel like this will protect us a little bit. Noctis is a black man, so like you can still be mad at what he says or upset or whatever, but please keep that in
No,
mind.
I'm not.
He's not
I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I'm a white boy. My name is
no.
Chester.
He fucks his cousin, anyways. So
Go for it, Jay.
just in general, I've just heard stories about just like Reddit being like kind of like all over the place as far as how people feel opinion wise. Me personally, I'm just like whatever's good for me, or like whatever I see like actually happening action wise, if that's benefiting me, I don't have a problem with it. People are shitty anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Reddit
So-
is basically left-leaning 4chan with some subreddits.
But you
Okay,
can't.
so here's my thing.
I avoid both just for like my own personal
Go ahead,
I
sanity.
I'm
use
not even
both
gonna
so
go
I can
off,
be
'cause-
balanced with the force.
So my whole thing on this is based purely on the information I have. I used to go on the Donald back when Trump was being elected, just because like I wanted to see what their slant, or what is it? I guess their view of it, their slant
Their
view on it,
stance?
compared to other more left-leaning things. I always try to look for every left-leaning article I read. I try to make sure I read one that's right-leaning, just because like they said, the truth's always somewhere in the middle. I will say this: I feel like the Donald got a lot of, and again, this is when I was on there. I don't know. I haven't been on there in who knows how many years, so I can't speak to them now. But I feel like the Donald, especially in the beginning, got a lot of hate for being quote unquote racist. When in reality, if you do any research, you would see that they did a lot of hard work to make sure any like outright racism got banned and taken off the fucking the page. Very bad, very good at it. There also was for those of you in the know who were following this guy at the time, when he was being elected, Donald Trump, there was a controversy because people had paid for these billboards that were like campaign billboards, and they were like basically talking shit about who was it? Hillary Clinton. Jesus Christ. Everyone was like they're racist, they're sexist, and they were very like casual, very lame, political attack ad shit. And the people who paid for it were the Donald subreddit and a guy named Palmer Luckey. Do you guys know who
Nope.
Palmer Luckey is?
Nope.
Palmer Luckey was the creator and founder of Oculus.
Okay.
He actually got fired from the company because of this whole scenario. And in fact, there's a book called The History of the Future about this. It's a really interesting book. It's about the rise and fall of Oculus and of Palmer Luckey as well. And he got labeled as a sexist, a racist, because he is pro-Trump. He was pro-Trump, and he gave these dudes this money for these ads, and then they started basically they found all these like memes, that had no connection to them whatsoever, and the media was like, well, this is all connected, even though there was no connection whatsoever. So I will say that I feel like the Donald got a lot of unnecessary hatred and just basically, well, even though I fucking hate the term, fake news about them. But I will say, as someone who's been in there, they are very right wing. There are some, again, I hate this term too, very problematic people in there. They were the minority, for as far as I could tell at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't surprise me if that became worse, because I know some of the original moderators wind up leaving because they wound up not being okay with how Trump took his presidency, and they didn't want to be part of anything to do with him in that way. So, with that said, I get Reddit trying to protect the community as a whole, but my thing is, because, okay, they weren't banned, the Donald, you can still go there, but whenever they're quarantined, what that means is if you go there, it basically pops up the flash with a fucking warning screen that says, yo, are you sure you want to
it's
do
not,
this? Almost like are you above
and it's not,
18?
and it's like you can't publicly view it. Like you have to go out and search for it, pretty much.
But
Right.
my thing is, when you're doing that for someone you disagree with, but the porn subreddits don't have that.
Yeah, but
it's kind of
yeah, but porn subreddits
in my
aren't
opinion.
threatening
And let me-
politicians.
Let me make this. Whoa. Let's not. Do you have? Is that a thing that is confirmed?
Yeah,
that
that's
they were
actually
threatening?
like a
Yeah,
news
like that's
report that
why it
they're
was
being
quarantined,
Okay.
because they were
That,
threatening somebody.
shitty?
Like,
Well, okay, and that's my problem with shit like this. You say Faye, and it's like, I don't like fucking rounding up an entire group for maybe one or two individuals, To me, that's shitty. It's the same thing when, like, a fucking crazy liberal person is like, we should fucking kill all the Republicans, and fucking Fox News is like, left-wing everywhere want to kill people who are Republicans. It's like, well, no, it was one fucking
Reminds me of
crazy
that
guy.
Coolville Sucks memes.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know? It was in that Scooby-Doo movie.
But again, and also I want to stress this: this is not a new thing for Reddit. Reddit's done this before, so this isn't like they are out of nowhere attacking a right wing, subreddit because they did this to Fat People Hate. And then they eventually end up banning Fat People Hate. As far as I know, the Donald isn't banned; it's still there. You can go to it. They did that with Space Dicks, and again, Space Dicks was banned. In fact, I don't think Space Dicks exist anymore. So again, and also I think Watch People Die. This happened to.
Yeah, I know.
So this isn't crazy. At the end of the day, I feel like it's not that big a deal. I feel like they had to do something, because if they didn't, they would be looked at as, ignoring the problem or something like that.
I don't know.
or,
My problem
supporting
is
it.
that why don't they do it to our politics? Like, it's basically the same
Well,
thing, but left
I
leaning.
didn't know that last part, and if they are threatening politicians, they have to do
yeah,
something
you
about it.
can't.
I don't.
I
don't-
Yeah, you can't
It
just
depends.
Murder
Is it
him.
being downvoted? Because sometimes people just look at a minority there that's been downvoted. Because I've barely seen some crazy stuff on the Donald, but usually it's downvoted. Like even when stuff that's super racial news stories, people are all like, we care about all lives. They're not saying that blacks don't matter. They're not even they're not racist. They're not sexist. I think that it might just be a minority that people are looking at.
Well,
And that might even be
either
the
way,
case with our politics. And I just think
Like I
that it's
said,
not fair.
I get where you're coming from, Noctis. I really do, because sometimes it feels like I don't want either side. I like discussion. I don't want either side to be fucking censored. But at the same time, I 100% get what Reddit was trying to do. With that, unless there's any other topics that you want to talk about, I was gonna give the floor to Sam and let
shit.
Sam say what he wanted to say.
Now go ahead, Sammy
The
Kins.
man's over there repairing his keyboard.
No, that's not
I
my.
know.
That
More
wasn't
water
my
on the
fucking
He
keyboard.
dropped the D again.
That wasn't my keyboard. I was just gonna say this isn't even really a topic. I was just gonna say with the whole Etika situation going on, mental health is serious. Talk to somebody if you need to. Rest in peace, Etika. That's really all I really wanted to say.
Can I talk to you, Sam?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. My DMs are open.
Too nice.
My DMs are open. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. People care, you know. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Etika, man.
We joke around a lot on this podcast.
Joy-Con boys.
Silicon boys forever,
You
man.
know,
That's some sad shit.
we joke around a lot, and we say a bunch of shitty shit sometimes. But yeah, mental health is no joke. If you need help, get help.
Yeah, slide in
Call
Saints
somebody, talk to
DMs.
somebody. And we want everyone to stay alive for as long as possible, except for you, Kun. Have a great week, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank
You
for
had
the
to-
Ticket
okay.
Podcast.
Oh my god.
This is Saint Dementia signing off. We've been Nothing Sacred. See y'all
See
later.
ya.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
I hate you.